Kalamazoo was the scene of a terrible killing spree, leaving 6 dead and 2 injured. Apple is going head-to-head with the FBI over matters of customer privacy, and the MLB made a historic ruling involving a promising player and performance-enhancing drugs. Welcome to Take 30 News. Apple is caught in a legal dispute with the United States government in a case of privacy versus national security. The FBI is seeking the decryption of a phone belonging to a terrorist in connection with the San Bernardino shootings. Disneyland also celebrated Disney's success over the silver screen. From its first Disney animated movie, Snow White, to its more recent hits, Inside Out and Star Wars, The Force Awakens. The event also gave audiences a first look at some of the upcoming park attractions from the Star Wars land. Political analyst Pranav Jathav here to give his take on the SA election scandal. Pranav, what can you tell me about the impeachment process and how it's affecting this election?
They will turn it into her advantage.
Right. As students head to the polls, so to speak, on Tuesday, do you think that this scandal will be clouding their judgment as they stray away from the issues?
It will be tough for them.
Amtrak workers are dead and 30 people are injured after an Amtrak train derailed from the tracks south of Philadelphia when it struck a backhoe. Evidence shows that the workers were on the wrong line, making what some call a colossal mistake. This was not the only accident that occurred with Amtrak trains on Sunday. A train struck a driver in Somonauk, Illinois, killing the driver. A pedestrian was hit by an Amtrak train in East Pennsylvania around 7:30 p.m. There will be some delays between Philadelphia and Wilmington, Delaware, but the trains are scheduled to run regularly. Welcome back to Take 30 News. With only 4 months until the 2016 Olympic Games and only half of the tickets sold, Brazil's Minister of Sports is scrambling to boost ticket sales. It is possible that the Brazilian government will purchase tickets for the public schools to distribute to their students. Another main concern for the Games is gaining confidence worldwide. Many countries are concerned about Rio's ability to host the Olympics and ensure the safety of the athletes, fans, and political leaders. The battle of the MSUs took place this Sunday, and Mississippi State came away with a victory. Thanks to the Michigan High School basketball finals being held in Michigan State's gym, the number 5 seeded Mississippi State Bulldogs got to host the regional. After defeating Chattanooga, the Lady Bulldogs matched up with 4 seeded Michigan State. The first half of the game was back and forth between the two teams, but the Bulldogs started to pull away in the third quarter and held a 13-point lead until the Spartans went on a 20-0 run. The Bulldogs managed to hang on and were tied with around a minute left to go. The 34 seconds left on the clock, Brianna Richardson made a 3-pointer to give the Bulldogs a 72-69 lead. After a missed layup by Michigan State, the Bulldogs held on to a 74-72 lead to advance to only their second Sweet 16 appearance in program history. MSU's campus has portions that have been under construction for quite some time. Expansion of the Mitchell Memorial Library began in the summer of 2015. The new addition will add a 5th floor to the northeast corner that will house the Congressional and Political Research Center, offices, study rooms, the Ulysses S. Grant Presidential Library, and more. This expansion has caused closures of one of the busiest roads on campus, forcing traffic to take a detour during this 18-month project. The 21,000 square foot, $71.2 million expansion project is expected to be finished in Surrey, England. During a celebratory Easter egg hunt, suspected robbers ran through the field past the children participating in the hunt. With a police helicopter above, the quick-thinking children formed a human arrow to point out which way the fugitives ran. The police helicopter was then able to spot the men thanks to the help from children ages 6 to 12 years old. Both men were arrested. After a successful series win in Nashville, the Diamond Dogs came back to the Dudy Noble to play Mississippi Valley State. The Bulldogs played a near-perfect game, allowing the Devils to score only once in the 8th inning. And for pitchers like Connor Pilkington, it was strikeout after strikeout after strikeout. On the offensive side, it was equally as impressive for the Bulldogs. Despite some miraculous efforts by Devil outfielders Quitman Smith and Edward Cox, the Bulldogs were relentless, scoring 16 runs off 19 hits. Center fielder Jacob Robson led the team in scoring, batting 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs. One of those was himself. After an inside-the-park grand slam in the bottom of the 5th, with this victory, the Bulldogs will be ready to take on SEC rival Georgia this Thursday at 6:30. The Men of Excellence teamed up with the Residence Hall Association to produce the 5th annual Talented 100 competition. The name comes from civil rights activist W.E.B. Du Bois's essay entitled The Talented 10th, which suggests only 10% of minorities will be successful. MOX parliamentarian Charles Reese gives his take.
Everyone, 100% of America is talented, regardless of what talents you have, no matter how different it might be. We want to represent Mississippi State University in a good light. We're saying that Mississippi State has talent. 100% of our students are talented, 100% of our peers are talented. So tonight we're going to show that, and we're going to present that in a way that will unite the university, especially with this diversity and inclusion conversation going on. But tonight is going to be a beautiful night. It's going to be a night of great experience. It is going to be the best event that we've ever tried to do. So.
11 contestants entertained the large audience in Lee Hall with an assortment of singing, energetic dancing, instrumentals, and even spoken word poetry. The show was hosted by former SA President JoJo Dodd and President of the Kappa Beta chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha, Jeremy Knott. The two kept the audience entertained.
It was just the energy, the atmosphere. It was just big. Tonight was just a great night all around. So I had fun tonight.
The top 5 contestants were chosen by a panel of judges, but it was the crowd that decided the 3 who would walk away with a cash prize. The 3rd and 2nd place winners took home $300 and $200, while Lanisha Turner took home the $500 grand prize. She had this to say about her big win.
I said if I won the prize money, I was going to Red Lobster and give me some cheddar biscuits, and I'm still going to Red Lobster and give me some cheddar biscuits. Can I get one?
Have a story you think would be good for our show? Email us at take30news@gmail.com. Have a great evening.